English and Vietnamese. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the differences between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the differences. Just practice correct sentences until you are used to them. The more sentences you can learn down, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice crazily every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can't speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. The world is becoming smaller and smaller. Ladies and gentlemen, more and more foreigners are coming to Vietnam. More and more people around the world are starting to learn Vietnamese. More and more Vietnamese are starting to business and travel around the world. Thus, the world is becoming smaller and smaller. That's why English is becoming more and more important in Vietnam. If you want to ensure a great future for Vietnam, we must practice English harder than ever before. Memorizing words. Ladies and gentlemen, many people tell me that it's very hard to remember new words. They complain that no matter how hard they try to memorize new words, they always forget them. The best way to remember new words is to practice them every day. Practice them in sentences and paragraphs. Listen to tape and read along every day. Otherwise, you will forget easily. If you need my help, please call me. We are friends. Friends help each other. Let's conquer new words together. How to learn English well? Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about learning English. There are many ways to learn English. You can learn English through singing, you can learn English through writing, you can learn English through reading, you can learn English through listening, and you can learn English through writing. But the best way to learn English is to speaking and reciting as many sentences as possible. The more sentences you can learn down, the better you can express yourself. How to speak fluent English? Ladies and gentlemen, I believe you all want to speak good English. Now, let me give you some advice. Don't be afraid of losing face. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of practicing your English. Don't be ashamed of speaking poor English. Don't be ashamed of speaking laughed at. Don't be ashamed of speaking stared at. The only real shame is that you never open your mouth. The only way to learn English is to never be afraid and never be ashamed. It's never too late to make a change in your life. Don't be afraid. No pain, no gain. You can make it. You are great. How to pronounce English words correctly? Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about how to pronounce English words correctly. First, spell the word aloud. Then, read the word aloud according to a tape. Carefully imitate its sound. Then, shout out the word as loudly as possible. Finally, find a good sentence to use these words. Think about what the words mean in this sentence. If you follow this step, you will soon be proud of how well you can pronounce English words. Secrets of speaking English well. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone wants to speak English well. Today, I'm going to talk about the secrets of speaking good English. If you want to speak good English, there are several things you must do. You must keep on practicing. You must keep on making mistakes. You must keep on working hard, and you must keep on losing face. You know you learn to speak only by speaking. So the most important key to speaking is speaking. Speak as loudly as possible, speak as clearly as possible, and speak as quickly as possible. These are the secrets of speaking good English. Everyone can make it. Everyone can be an English-speaking genius. A few tips for learning English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to share a few tips for learning English with you. First, try to speak English as much as possible. This will train your tongue muscle. Second, trust your ability. Don't be afraid to speak. Don't be trapped by shyness. Third, don't let grammar trouble you. Don't be trapped by grammar rules. The more sentences you can learn down, the more natural the grammar rules will become. Actually, the truth is there are no tricks in learning English. You must try your very best to practice. Remember what business, chances. Thanks for the kind attention. I hope you will try to speak English from today.